It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. Period. All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
In your public statements, you've mentioned 8 videos, 8 celebrities. 6 of them men and 2 of them women. Can you tell me where that's inaccurate?
You're right.
Out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women, how many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appeared to be either inebriated or intoxicated or under the influence?
All of them.
Out of those 8, how many appear to be potentially victimized? How many might have been victimizing?
All.
Were victims or
victims.
were perpetrating?
Victims.
And of those 8, how many seemed to be potentially minors?
2 to 3, possibly 3.
How did you end up in possession of these flash drives?
I ended up with the flash drive with a friend from a record label that I was, at the time I was recording in Atlanta. And I ran into a person that knew Kim Porter. So at the same time, she wanted to speak to me on the phone because she heard my voice. He said, who that? That's Courtney B. And then later on that night, he came over and gave me the flash.
25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs.
Yes, I knew that a day like this would be coming. Jay-Z responded after he was accused of raping a 13-year-old girl, says he is a victim and protect children. The lawsuit accuses Jay-Z of raping the girl while Diddy and a female celebrity watched. After Jay-Z was done, Diddy raped the girl while the other 2 watched. The lawsuit claimed. I'm going to read this out so you can understand exactly what is actually going on. When I look at the whole situation, this guy at the beginning of this video predicted that 2024, a lot of these people will go down. And that is exactly what I'm observing. Diddy and this guy, in fact, let me not even talk about that now. Jay-Z is claiming he's a victim. They wanted him to pay off money. He told these people that they will not receive a penny, that they should take the case to court. And here we are. It is important we take an exclusive look into what is going on exactly.
Rap and media mogul Jay-Z now accused of being a 13-year-old girl in 2000 along with Sean Diddy Combs. Now, this lawsuit was originally filed back in October in the Southern District of New York, listing Diddy as the defendant. But it was just refiled today to include Jay-Z now, whose real name is Shawn Carter. Of course, he's the husband of Beyonce. The anonymous accuser alleging the assault occurred after she was driven to an after party following the MTV Video Music Awards. The suit says she was offered a drink that made her feel, quote, woozy, lightheaded, and felt like she needed to lie down. Shortly after, the suit claims Jay-Z and Diddy entered the room where she was resting, eventually assaulting her. And now, just in the last hour, we are hearing from Jay-Z and his team of lawyers. They are denying the claim and say that they are the victims of blackmail, saying, quote, I will not give you one red penny, and my only heartbreak is for my family. Joining us now to break this all down as it's happening, News Nation Law and Justice contributor, former FBI Special Agent Jennifer Coffendorfer. Jennifer, thanks for staying with us on this.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
And so we just received a response from the victim's lawyer, really just in the last few minutes. Take a look. This is on social media. A lawyer, Tony Busby, saying Jay-Z has, quote, tried to bully and harass me and this plaintiff, but his conduct has had the opposite impact. He goes on to say that the allegations speak for themselves, and he will let the facts come out in court, not in the media. What do you make of this real-time back and forth that we're seeing between these two parties tonight?
Well, it is interesting, and I think it's because Jay-Z came out so strongly and said, listen, I'm going to go after you. And then he filed a suit quickly on the heels of the other suit against Busby and the accuser. So because of that, you're seeing this taunting sort of back and forth in the media.
Do you believe that we may see Jay-Z face a judge? And if so, when would we see him in court? Any indication there yet?
Well, we're definitely going to see him, I believe, on this suit. There are so many details. You know, they describe a house, a driveway, another woman being there. They discuss about a driver taking her. So she's locked into this story now.
My lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny will make me want to settle. No, sir, it had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So, no, I will not give you one red penny. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Woman, whomever will commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Will you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. The lawyer, who I have done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of this type of tier things. That is Jay-Z's team putting this out. I don't know if he's a lawyer. They are now claiming he's a victim in this whole situation. And I just want to watch to see the end result of this. Though a lot of people says it might not really end up the way we expect because of what exactly I don't get.
Good evening, happy Sunday. Jay-Z has been named in a Diddy lawsuit as the celebrity male who joined Diddy in allegedly assaulting a 13-year-old girl. This post in particular has been sourced from CNN, but a lot of other outlets have picked it up tonight. Before we get into this, Jay-Z has gone ahead and already released a statement, which if you're following Elon Musk, if you're following a lot of the Cat Williams prophecies, it's think about the kids, think about the children, saying he and Beyonce are going to have to sit their children down to talk about this. This incident allegedly occurred in 2000. We will talk about what Jay-Z was doing in the early 2000s. Before we get started, I want you guys to revisit some of the videos that I made this year and maybe even last year, and I will try to drop the links in the comments. But the first being in February, when it was announced that the Rock Nation brunch would be canceled. Brunch, of course, is an industry staple at this point, but in my opinion, has also been a place where I believe the most despicable men in the music industry have had no issue showing just how bonded they are to each other, gloating their 30-year-long friendships with smiles, cigars, and champagne. This would have been Jay-Z's first appearance in the 90 days, really, since the Cassie lawsuit dropped. This would have been one of those big industry events that you would expect to see Diddy at. Mind you, in February, he was still very much a very free man. I, of course, on my iconic Substack said the brunch was probably canceled because the guest list was ducking subpoenas at this point. But in the announcement that the brunch was being canceled came the official excuse from Team Beyonce and Team Jay-Z. The entire flagship event of his company had to be canceled because Jay-Z and his wife were attending a award recognition ceremony for some industry executive that evening. The brunch time event could not happen because they had to be somewhere also in Los Angeles at 7 p.m. Secondly, in a separate video, I said that the most strategically advantageous thing Jay-Z has done for his career is rebrand himself from being Jigga Man, as we all knew in the 2000s, to this bon vivant antler-haired daddy who gets to exist under this sort of protection of not just Beyonce, but of the fucking cult. The money has been stacking. The commercial projects have been stacking. The commissions are being paid.
Thank you guys for always been there sharing on my videos. If you notice, news is slow, but I struggle every single day to bring you information happening in around you, and there are people still complaining like I'm too slow. When I'm speaking, it's like I'm singing. So I don't understand what to do again. Please, if you have any suggestion, drop under the comment section
It's mind blowing.
It's so bananas. Like even
And you don't get to dictate.
for you to even think of.
When I look at my life right now and I ask myself, which political party has made my life worse? It's not the Republican Party.
He was doing. How do you describe your husband?
Very good chance of that.
Many years ago. Then the decisive result of this election gives us not just an answer to the question as to what Americans want to do.
Let's keep validating the same outlets that continuously undermine us at every single turn.
Dear Mon Pa MAGA.
United States.
It was an excellent conversation.
Justin Trudeau broke the border. We didn't have these problems before Justin Trudeau.
Does anybody else think it's funny how Donald Trump has officially done more for Canada and he's not even in office yet?
I had a good call with Donald Trump last night again.
Trudeau is at the end of his time. The end of his time.
Have a nice Sunday.
Doing this. That's what she did.
NBC News can now project that Donald Trump has won the state of Wisconsin, which means he is the winner of this race and will return to the White House.
And Donald Trump will be our next president.
Donald Trump will become the 47th president of the United States.
CNN projects that Donald Trump has been elected president, defeating Vice President Kamala Harris and making a political comeback unlike any in modern American politics.
Donald Trump likes my music. Please register to vote.
Look at this. She's only up by 15 points.
Caught Taylor Swift.
Yeah, this song is kind of...
Faith in the rule of law.
Also celebrating was a man who was celebrating.
What if Trump said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black? What if Trump's claim to